back to another episode of Sarver's RC. Today we are gonna officially kick off the full-blown XRT build. So I debated going back and forth. Do I just want to keep this XRT the way it is, just stock motor, stock ESC, and run it and buy a slider to do a full-blown ground-up build? The more I thought about it, the more I just couldn't justify having two XRTs. This one's already got some good upgrades on it. So we're going to go ahead and build this one. I wouldn't know what I'd do with two of them. I'm sure I'd favor one over the other. So posted a couple videos, been compiling some parts, getting this thing ready. I saw online a company that was advertising ESCs already wired with connectors, liked the way they were doing their connectors. So what they're doing is adding a QS8 to the ESC and then running these adapters, which is a QS8 to any plug that you want. So I figured if I do that, no matter what batteries, right now almost every single one of my batteries has a Traxxas connector. So got the Traxxas one for now. Only part I'm truly waiting on so far is the new Hobbywing Max 5 G2 with the 800 kV motor. So that was on back order. I went with the 800 because I do want to throw this thing with some 12S setup batteries in it and see what it does on 12S. But these will allow you to basically buy these pigtails and swap to whatever battery connectors you wanted and give you the anti-spark 300 amp connector with the QS8. So we'll see how that works. Showed the Hyperflow fan in a short, but got this as well. So dual Hyperflow fans, nice setup. Guy sent me the link to the wire housing that he uses. So we're going to throw that on the new setup. Ordered the same wire housing so that way I could do the ESC wires, motor wires, and have that all matching, and probably do another little series of putting these on. Also got a ESC plate from a guy on Facebook, one of the forums. See if I stick with this. The holes seemed a little bit off. He just started making these. Saw one on eBay that was similar to this, a little more refined, but this is going to allow you to run your ESC all the way on the front, keep your stock receiver box, and it just kind of sits right on top. And with these new G2 systems, the motors are so much larger and longer that a lot of the other systems I saw just were getting super close to where they didn't fit. So moving this ESC up on top of this plate is going to give you plenty of room there. So got that as well. We'll see if I run that one or get that eBay one. We'll go ahead and do a little unboxing. So if you're on the Facebook XRT and XMAX groups, you're going to see a guy named Chris Olson, and he is the owner of PNW RC Madness. Check out his website. He offers a bunch of parts for the XRT, XMAX, Sledge, and a couple other things. He also has a channel that's pretty cool where he's got a heavily upgraded XRT and he is running his parts that he carries and everything. So go ahead and check out his channel, PNW RC Madness. Appreciate his help and advice on this. So unboxing, let's see what we got. Great packaging from Chris. So after much consideration, I decided to go belt drive. So we got a 2530, I believe, belt drive system here. The belt drive just supposedly is a lot quieter, and as much as these trucks seem to shred gears, wanted to give this a try and just do something different too. Run these pulley systems. So got the Trail rear gear cover for the Cush drive. He sells a kit that you drill through the bottom and just strengthen this up with lock nuts to where it goes all the way through. You start running bigger gears or even the belt drive, it tends to pull on this a lot and want to strip the threads out. So I've been looking at this Trail stuff and the pricing is really, really good. Seems, I haven't gotten anything yet. This is the first time I've laid eyes on a Trail part. But quality is up there. It looks as good as Vitibon, looks as good as GPM, if not better. So gonna give the Trail products a try, and PNW RC Madness carries that. Went ahead and got Chris's belt drive cover. So you'll see on one of his videos he wasn't running a cover for the longest time, nothing really fit, and he got a rock in the belt and thought he had a lipo fire, but it ended up just being smoke from smoking his belt. So he designed and 3D printed these belt drive covers that also work for any of your normal gearing systems. So went ahead and got this as well to cover up that belt drive system that I'm going to be installing. And the great thing is if you decide the belts aren't for me, you switch it back, do gears, and that cover will work as well. So I also went with the GPM, it looks like. I thought I had ordered a Trio, but GPM steering linkage kit here. So switch that to all billet, and that way just stiffen up all that steering linkage. I will try it with the servo saver spring that's in it. I had ordered a heavy duty spring from Traxxas some time ago and just never got around to installing it yet. Haven't really needed it. So got that as well. Go ahead and get some of this packaging out of the way. Alright, so also the GPM servo adapter. So I personally haven't had any problems with my servo yet, but went ahead and ordered this servo kit from him. It comes with the standard servo mount, linkage, and horn that all fit this truck. So been waiting I'm planning on running a Perfect Pass Monster servo. It's been out of stock, so waiting for that, and we'll do the install on that as well. So went with the PNWRC Madness motor mount. He sells different mounts that'll fit your standard motors, mounts that fit just the X-Max, this mount that fits X-Max and XRT. It's a little shorter. Also with a GPM CAN adapter to where you can run the 30mm spacing with the stock motor until you want to switch to a big block motor. So got that as well, and you know, everybody really likes M2C. I will have to say they look like great quality, just they don't anodize, and I like anodizing on my parts, so got that as well. For the pulleys, he sells different size pulleys, 8mm shafts and whatnot. He recommended I go with the Bauhaus RC 8mm shaft so that you get a beefier connection for that what you would call a spur gear pulley. Couple more of these QS8 plugs to wire to the ESCs. Throw that all to the side. And we got the GPM bash bar. So this is going to install on the underside of your truck and tie your front bulkhead assembly, rear bulkhead assembly, and center assembly all together. This supposedly strengthens it up quite a bit to keep you from cracking bolt heads. So we'll get that installed as well. Pretty cool product. So what else we got in here? So went with the Trio steering linkages. Hadn't seen them in person, but from what I looked at online, the green seemed very similar to the Traxxas green. It is a little bit of a different shade, but the closest I've seen, most of them are a lot darker, so throw those on as well. My plan was blue steering linkage, green steering links, tie in the green shock caps and whatnot. So that is all we got from PNWRC Madness. I'll have to check my order and see if I had ordered a GPM or if I had ordered a Trio. He might have just sent me what he had in the same color. So sure, equal quality. So like I said, just waiting on that Hobbywing Max 5 with the G2 with the 800 kV motor. Also ordered a Max 8 G2 with the 6S motor. Just deciding on what to throw it in. Should I throw it in the Sledge, the Max Basher, wait till the ESCs burn out and then install them, or just do one now for the fun of it and have a stock ESC as a backup for the others? Debating on how I should do this series. So I'm going to post the videos and put them in a playlist. That way they'll all play together in regards to this build. Let me know what you guys think. Should I install part by part and do a run video after each install, kind of reviewing each individual part? Lead for a lot longer series. What I'm leaning towards is kind of tearing this thing down and doing the entire build, obviously in small increments, so that way the video stays short. But with tearing the whole truck apart, it doesn't seem to make sense to tear it apart, install one part, run it. So let me know what you guys think. I'm more than willing to do that if you want me to, whatever you guys would like to see. So as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. That way you can follow the whole build series on this Traxxas XRT. Thank you guys.